I told you. I told you. I was actually right about two things in yesterday's video on ratings for game one of the NBA Finals. I told you guys that the media was going to spin these numbers and make it seem that NBA ratings are surging. And I told you that that preliminary number, which I believe yesterday was 7.7, 7.8 million, I told you that they would find a way to get that number over 8 million once the final number was released. Well, both happened this morning. I gotta say one other thing too. Let me just get this out of the way. I am a little bit disappointed in some of these channels that are similar to mine here on YouTube. Now, don't take this as me going after anybody. That's not my intention with what I'm about to say. But there are some that are making the claim that ratings for the NBA Finals are up because LeBron James is not involved. And I get what they're trying to do. I understand, but I don't know. I guess I shouldn't hold everyone to the same standard that I set for myself. This is not an agenda-driven channel. I say that on here all the time. I report to you guys the truth, from my perspective, of course, but I don't have an agenda. I'm not trying to sway your opinion, sway your thinking on anything. Sometimes we agree on things, sometimes we don't, and that's okay. But I'm not going to come on here and tell you that ratings for the NBA Finals are up because LeBron James is sitting at home instead of standing on the court. The reason being, it's not a fair comparison to compare ratings for this year's finals to last year. It's two completely different scenarios. The finals last year were in October. There was more competition on TV. It was the heat of the NFL regular season. The World Series was going on. It's just not a fair comparison. It's the same thing that the media did earlier this season. Remember when the NBA regular season started, the media claimed ratings were up 95%. It was another example of the media giving you just part of the truth. Ratings were up 95% when compared to opening week of the regular season in 2019. But when you really dig into it, the media was lying. They were comparing Christmas Day ratings, which is when the NBA regular season started this year and is the most popular day of the regular season. They were comparing that to regular season ratings in 2019 that opened in October. Again, not a fair comparison. Game one of the NBA Finals Tuesday night drew 8.5 million viewers. That was the final number. And I'm still a bit skeptical of that number. The NBA, they're counting out-of-home viewership, which is a flawed metric when determining ratings, in my opinion. If you have 150 people in a restaurant or a bar, and the NBA Finals is on every television, they count those people in the ratings. In reality, out of those 150 people, I'd be willing to bet 10, maybe 15% of them are actually watching the NBA Finals. Most are socializing, eating, getting drunk, whatever. But hey, I don't make the rules. The rating's the rating, and that's all I have to go by. 8.5 million people for game one is absolutely atrocious. But you wouldn't know that if you listen to the mainstream media. Check out some of these headlines. NBA Finals open ahead of 2020. Game one of NBA Finals on ABC up 13% over last year. NBA Finals attracts 8.5 million viewers, up 13% over 2020. I find it kind of ironic. When the NBA was setting record low ratings for the playoffs last year, all we heard from the media was how 2020 didn't count. You can't count these ratings. We're in a pandemic. 2020 ratings don't matter. They're playing in the bubble. There's no crowds. Lack of crowds are killing television ratings. Now, all of a sudden, with Game 1 Tuesday showing an increase over 2020, suddenly the ratings for 2020 matter again. They count now. Remember back in 2019 when ratings for the NBA playoffs and finals were down double digits? The media said that we couldn't count 2019 ratings either. LeBron James is not in the playoffs. These ratings don't count. The Raptors are in the finals. These ratings are not a valid metric of the NBA's popularity. It's always an excuse with the media. Always. I told you guys the media was out of excuses this year. They have no more excuses to make. So what they're going to do, they're going to compare ratings for the NBA Finals to last year, and they're going to try to convince you that the NBA is surging, when the truth is, the NBA is tanking. Ratings for Game 1 were god-awful. Rewind the clock 5 years. Let's go back to 2016 or 2017. Could you imagine at that time the NBA bragging about 8.5 million viewers for the NBA Finals on ABC, broadcast television? ABC is available in damn near every household in the country. If the media was telling you the truth like they're supposed to do, they tell you ratings are down 35% compared to Game 1 in 2019. Oh, but we can't compare to 2019. I forgot. Those ratings, they don't count. Fine. We'll use the media's own logic against them. Let's compare 2021 to 2018. The 2018 NBA Finals was the fourth iteration of Warriors-Cavs. Game 1, 2021, down 50% compared to 2018. Well, that's not fair. 2018 featured LeBron and Steph Curry. It's not an accurate comparison. Okay, media. Let's compare to the last NBA Finals that didn't feature LeBron James or Steph Curry. We had to go all the way back to 2010. 2021 is down 40% compared to Game 1 in 2010, which was Lakers-Celtics. Is that not a fair comparison either? I guess they'd say that wasn't fair because it features Lakers-Celtics, two cornerstone franchises in the NBA. Okay, all right. I've got the trump card. 2009, Magic Lakers. Orlando, a market that's even smaller than Milwaukee. 2021 is down 35% compared to 2009. Do I need to keep going? I could go down the list. Every Game 1 in the history of the NBA Finals besides 2020 in the NBA is down significantly. They're even down 8 to 12% compared to 2003 and 2007, two of the lowest rated NBA Finals in league history. Like I said yesterday, there's no way the media can spin this. Ratings for the NBA are awful. The NBA receives more favorable media coverage than any other league in the country. The media is basically the PR wing for the NBA. If the NFL has one less person watch the Super Bowl this year than they did last year, the media is all over that story. NFL ratings, massive decline for the Super Bowl. Same goes with Major League Baseball, the NHL. But the media treats the NBA differently. It's a full-time job covering up all the fallacies in the NBA. The media covers up their relationship with China. They try to convince you that woke politics is not the reason the NBA is in decline. Now they're trying to convince you that Chris Paul is team Rachel Nichols. Did you guys see that story? I haven't dedicated a video to it because I thought it was absolutely ridiculous. The other night, Malika Andrews asked Chris Paul a question after Game 1. I think it related to an injury or something. And he said that he didn't know what she was talking about. Woke Twitter took that comment and somehow spun it into Chris Paul disrespecting Malika Andrews because he has the back of Rachel Nichols. Dude, Chris Paul was obviously playing around. He smiled when he said it. He was just downplaying the seriousness of his injury. But these damn wokers, they take something like that and they turn it into a shot fired in this war. I swear to God, these people, this is why I hardly use Twitter anymore. Anyway, Game 2 of the Finals is tonight, and I expect the ratings to be lower than Game 1. Like I said yesterday, Game 1, it generally sets the tone for the series. Not always, but most of the time. You look at historical averages of finals ratings, and the series average is generally close to the Game 1 rating. The media is going to continue to cover up for the NBA. They will continue to claim that ratings are up. Now, God forbid Game 2 is lower than Game 2 last year, then I don't know what the hell the media is going to do. But we will be covering it right here on the channel. All right, what do you think of the media's coverage of the ratings for Game 1 of the NBA Finals? Is it fair to compare this year's ratings to 2020, or should they be compared to 2019, 2018? Sound off in the comments below. Make sure to like and subscribe. Click the notification bell to receive all notifications from the channel. The best way to contact me is by email at btlkc84@gmail.com, KC_BTL84 on Twitter. I'll see you guys later.